welcome to a new episode of my series on YouTube, Make or Break for Horror. Now today, we're discussing all things Scream 5. The new trailer's just dropped, I'm so psyched to watch it. We're going to break little bits of it down, but before we do that, if you are new here, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. This is a new series now, so there'll be videos like this every week to do with horror, certain movies coming up, and just we'll be looking at the horror franchise and discussing all things horror. This is the series, it's a separate thing to my football content, but I'm going to be doing both at the same time. But let's get into it.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Doors unlocked. All doors locked. Doors unlocked.
Hello?
It's happening. 3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
So in that beginning part, we see, the classic Scream beginning scene where it's always the opening scene where there's a murder somewhere. Usually it's the classic, they've gone back to the Scream 1 classic phone call, Home Alone call that Drew Barrymore played at the time of the first film. So, they're showing that classic kind of theme to it, which I have enjoyed so far watching the trailer. And then, of course, you get Neve Campbell come on the screen. So as you can see from that beginning part, they've reverted back to the classic number 1, that Drew Barrymore played in the opening scene where it's the classic Home Alone. You get a phone call, and then obviously, I don't think it's hidden. She clearly dies in the opening scene. So that's going to be something to look forward to. Again, what I discussed in the other episode is they're bringing back, you need originality in these movies. And already that kind of reverts back to the original first movie. So that's great to see. And then, of course, we see, for the first time in many years for a Scream movie, we see Neve Campbell and David Arquette come back on screen, which is great to see. I love seeing the original cast. Again, going back to originality in movies, I love that. But, if we go back to this next part here, I'll explain why I don't feel like the original cast may last the whole movie.
Something about this one just feels different.
Samantha?
I know who you are.
I've been through this a lot. This is your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you. You ready for this? Never.
Oh, stop! Wait! There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
So, there's a lot that's just been said in that part. Straight away, I believe now, I may be wrong, maybe the person in the opening scene doesn't die because, of course, it looks like Sydney's helping out the girl who's now been attacked by the killer. The thing that got to me a little bit as well when he said something along the lines of, it's very different now, or he's very different now. It's like the killer's a bit more advanced in a way, or maybe he's a bit more stealthy or brutal with the kills, which would be kind of awesome to see. I think I'd really enjoy seeing a bit more of a gory Scream. I think that'd be really cool. But a thing that strikes me very interesting is Dewey, the police officer. He says a line that you would expect Randy to say in the original movies, which is, there are certain rules to surviving. They're probably going to link that back to Randy from number 1 and 2. So all the attacks in this movie at the beginning that they all find out about are all related to the original people who were murdered in the first movies and attacks. So they are linking it to the original movie. Again, something we need. This is the only way it's going to work. And you can already tell within this trailer, with the group of young people there are, that my guess is going to be most likely the original cast are killed off, or this is their last Scream movie for some reason, and then there will be a new Scream franchise for kind of our upcoming generations, because of course Scream has been around since the 90s, it's a classic horror film, but I feel like they want to carry on the franchise for the modern day, and they can't keep doing that with the original cast because it will get too ridiculous. So I think this will be the movie where it parts ways, but carries on the franchise, but we keep the original cast now here, which I think we need. I think that's a very, very good idea to keep a franchise moving throughout generations.
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here. And I won't sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Well, the big question is Sydney killed off at the end? How would people feel about that? You know, I see a lot of things online. A lot of people do not want them to be killed off. For me, from what I read, this may be a spoiler alert, so I'm just gonna say it now, just before, if you don't want to know anything about this. I'm pretty sure Dewey gets killed off this movie. I'm like 90% certain he is killed in the hospital scene that we just seen, where he's having a fight with the killer. You know, he reloads his gun. My guess is he has no more bullets, or the killer comes. I don't know, but from what I read, he does die this movie. But nothing's concrete. Like, there is no. These are all just fan theories. So like, the only thing I've read, there's nothing concrete about what I have read online. Like, it could all be completely false. But you know, I think that trailer is really exciting. Especially at the end, it shows a very aggressive amount of violence, which we kind of need in this new film. They've gone very modern about it, but they've done it with the original. They're linking it to the original films. I'm pretty sure it showed Stu's house from number 1 in the trailer. I'm pretty sure they showed it a couple of times where I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure they showed us Stu's house from number 1, the original house. And as she said in the trailer, all of the attacks that had happened in this movie that we will see are all linked to people linked with the original movies. So they are definitely linking all of it. And the trailer poster, the poster for the movie, their subtitle is like Scream, it says, "It's always someone we know." Is it going to be someone we know this time? Is it going to be a typical? I would love nothing more for there to be a huge twist at the end of this movie. I think that would be really cool. Like, if it was like someone from the original movies who was the killer, that would be amazing. That's what I geek out about with Scream. Like, they could do anything with the killer. It's always someone we know. Is it going to be someone from the past or the present? See, this is what I mean. I'm so happy that this trailer has come out about a week after filming my first episode of Make or Break for Horror, because we get a little bit more information on the movie, maybe how it's the road it's going to go down, and what we can expect as fans in January. I'm so excited. You know what? The trailer can also be a big disappointment when you're looking for a new movie. This has just excited me a whole lot more. I really can't wait. I can't wait for this to be more of my series Make or Break. Wow, you know, there's so much in that trailer. You know, you have the dynamic of the new cast is going to be shown. We can see that already in the trailer. Dewey saying there's something different about this killer, that sends a great message to me. Like, and then straight after he says that, there's like a stealth kill in the trailer. Like, is this one more stealthy? Is it more of an advanced killer? Is he experienced in it? Has he done it before? Has she done it before? Like, it's mad. Like, there's a lot in this trailer to be excited about. The original cast are back. The originality of it is back. I mean, saying it's linked to the original movie, like, they didn't say that, but they said it's linked to the original murders. So it's linked to the original movies, and the poster says it's always someone we know. The very end of that looked like we saw a broken leg, we saw someone on fire, we saw a lot of blood on a knife with the girl, and it ends with saying, "It's a pleasure, Sydney," or along the lines of that. And it looks like they've made it look like he goes to lunge and kill Sydney. So, are the original cast killed off? How would you guys feel about it if they are killed off? Let me know in the comments, or just generally. But that's going to be it for this trailer, because there's going to be, you know, this comes out January, there's going to be a lot to do with Scream. A lot of things will come up about Scream in the next few months, and that's going to be part of this Make or Break series. For horror, I'm going to keep doing things like this when new movies come out, especially when a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes out and trailer for that. So keep an eye out for that. But every week I'll try and do an episode of this series on Make or Break for Horror. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon.